Hi, Scorpio, and welcome back to my channel. Whether you are a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Scorpio may show up on your astrological natal chart, these messages are for you. And today, Scorpio, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on your no contact acts. What have they come to realize after all has been said and done? But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, scheduling a private reading, or if you want to learn more about my Patreon shop, then take a look down below in the description box. All the links are down below. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty. Feel free to share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. All right, Scorpio, we're going to take a look here. I'm going to take a look and see what your no contact acts has come to realize after all has been said and done. Now, this person could have been an ex-spouse, an ex-partner, an ex-significant other, an ex-connection, and that could have been through a breakup, a separation, or a divorce. Okay, that being said, let's take a look here at what your no contact ex has come to realize after all has been said and done. They have here hiding your true self. Very interesting here, Scorpio, because Cancer just had the same card come out for their no contact acts as well. So I'm just sharing that with you because there may be here a connection. Maybe not, but just in case there is, if you know your no contact acts astrological natal chart and you know there are other placements that may be useful. But if not, no worries. What I'm getting here with hiding your true self is that your no contact ex may have had a difficult time sharing vulnerabilities, sharing their, it's coming across as a different Cancer here, sharing their vulnerabilities. They may have been raised in an environment where their thoughts weren't heard. They may not have been physically, because I'm getting like the physical touch here, may not have been a thing that was seen or experienced in their life as a child or in their family life growing up. And I'm getting here something about the root chakra and it being heavily here having to do with inner wounding or childhood wounds or childhood trauma events, okay? Now, this could have created, or they may have been raised in an environment where they needed to not show their emotions for whatever reason, okay? And I feel that that kind of upbringing or that kind of daily experience, whether they experienced that as a child with their family, parents, or whether this may have occurred maybe in a prior connection. Either way, there was great difficulty within them in order to show any sense of instability or weakness. And even though it may not, even though you Scorpio, because you are a water sign. I mean, I'm a water sign in my moon sign. So I'm a Taurus sun with a Pisces moon, and Libra rising. But for you, Scorpio, this may be coming across as like, well, it doesn't make sense because, why couldn't they just show their emotions, right? Because you're a water sign, so you may see it in that way. But for this person, sharing that type of vulnerability would have given the impression by how they viewed life or how they were raised that may have been a sign of weakness, okay? And so that may have been a very deep-rooted situation, circumstance, event in their life, whether it was growing up or whether it was in other instances here. And it was difficult for them to show their true emotions. So for you, Scorpio, which is very different than what I got for Cancer, your no contact ex may have had issues in expressing emotions in a way that you understood as being expressive in the emotions. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through here in regards to your no contact ex. What have they come to realize now after all has been said and done? All right, and we have here snake, competition, enemy, look over the shoulder, okay? The snake. Listen, it's coming across here, and the sword, and yeah, it's coming across here, especially with the snake. They may have felt that there were things that they needed to shed, and they may have been very resistant in that shedding because in order for a snake to grow, it needs to molt its skin. And it's a process that the snake has to go through in order to continue to expand and grow. And so I feel here, and again, there's a lot of red. There's a lot of red here. So this is coming across as root chakra type of realization. This person has realized after all that has been said and done that that may be the pattern here or the root issue of what may have created some sort of breakup, separation, or divorce here in this connection. I'm also getting here, was that the other woman? Now, two different scenarios that I'm getting. Let's talk about family, okay, first. There could have been a person here that was a caretaker to your no contact ex that may have, in a way, undermined their value, their self-worth, okay? And it may have been done in a very sneaky way or an underhanded type of way or back, you know how oh man, I'm getting like those like backhanded type of compliments, you know what I mean, like that type of energy it's coming across. And it's funny because if you know it's coming across that if you may have met their family here, you may have been able to see that type of friction there. So that's number one. That's for the family sector. For those of you that this no contact acts, this hiding the true self was connected to a prior connection, okay? A connection that had nothing to do with you, but a prior connection. It's as if what they experienced with that other person, whether that be the other woman or the other man or the other individual here, may have kind of, again, really there could have been some sneaky behavior there could have been a deception, there could have been cheating, there could have been something that was very, very heart-wrenching for your no contact ex, and somehow that created this sense of inadequacy or a sense of being self-conscious about something and not being able to express how deep this deception from a prior connection or this breakup, separation, or divorce from a prior connection, whether it was lack of transparency or whatever that may have been, was in a way showing up in the connection with you. And I think that that's something that they've realized or they've come to realize. They have here clarity, truth, revelations, honor, protection, determination. Swords, it's all about thinking. This person could have been a very, very deep thinker here. Rose, they did have a lot of emotions and feelings, even if they did not show it in a way that made sense to you. Okay. Scorpio, because it's coming across as this person could have been more reserved in regards to, they could have been a very loving, compassionate, nurturing person. They're showing of that compassion and that unconditional love may have differed from yours. And so there's an awareness that after all has been said and done, that this no contact ex or your no contact ex has realized what that is. And look, I just said it right now. There was definitely here true love. You were the person that really either helped this person through that situation, circumstance, event, or through that big hurdle that they may have been experiencing in their life, because you may have worked on the level of trust. So there may have been a lot of trust here, but again, it's coming across. It may not have been a you thing, Scorpio. It may have been just, situations that this person may have gone through or may have been raised in that was that needed more time, and something needed more time here in order to unravel, in order to unfold. Even if you may have thought, well, we were together for a very long time, or maybe you were married already with this person. It's like, how long does it take in order for that to happen? And you know what, healing is a progress. It's a process, and it's baby steps, okay? And sometimes you take 10 steps forward and you may take 8 back. And so there's this energy here that whether it was that they decided to break away from the connection, or whether it was you, Scorpio, that decided to break away from the connection, I have to say it was very, very, a very difficult thing either way, because there was a lot of love here. And despite what you may have thought or, assumed, they really did trust you with their heart. It was just, I'm feeling here something deep rooted that needed to be worked on a little bit more. They have here burning desire and rendezvous. Okay. So burning desire here, flames of passion ignite. They realized that there was a lot of passion. Like I said, I feel that you could have been the person, the one for them, or the one that got away. That type of energy is what I'm getting. There was a lot of passion that this person may have felt, and may have shown their love language in different ways. They have here rendezvous, a private getaway for two is calling you. Okay. So that could have been here also at the forefront. Maybe this person loved traveling. Maybe there were moments here that maybe there was more traveling needed, or more time alone in order to, to work on this area over here. But I feel here, Scorpio, that what your no contact ex may have realized here is just how valuable your love and their, your love together was to them. And yeah, let's see what else is coming through. All right. And last but not least, they have here Two of Cups. I mean, listen, Scorpio, there's no contact X, love, love, and more love. Two of Cups, soul to soul connection. This person has come to realize that, you know what, you were that soul to soul connection, whether it's twin flame, soulmate, however that may have been expressed, or, by you or by them. But the Two of Cups is that soul to soul connection, is a deeper connection that they may have felt, maybe even deeper than what they may have even realized. And just to give you a quick here, because this is coming through like very, like, kind of like, I have to tell you this before I go to the next card here and end your message, is that if this person was having superficial connections in their past or recent past, it did not allow them to, heal this area right here. And I feel that that's something that they've realized, that it was through this connection, because there was this unconditional true love that they felt, or maybe even still feel for you, that in soulmate connections, and this is very important. It's funny because I did put this on my Instagram feed once upon a time, where it was, because it's a soul to soul connection, whether it's a soulmate or twin flame type of connection, people usually assume that that type of energy is just living happily ever after and everything going very smoothly, which is actually the opposite of that. In a twin flame soulmate connection, there may be more obstacles and challenges, because both people need to outgrow certain things that the other needs to heal, help them heal through. So, in other words, you can't learn about trust unless you are in a connection where both people are in a way kind of challenging each other in that area. And so I feel that your no contact ex may have had either trust issues from the past or recent past, or like I said, deep rooted issues here with family upbringing. And so when you have soulmates or twin flame type of energy, that actually amplifies, it triggers, it brings those triggers forward and front and center because it's through the love, it's through the unconditional love experienced by you, Scorpio, and your no contact ex. That's how you heal through it. You heal through those, you know, patterns of behavior or those old reoccurring cycles that just keep showing up over and over again together as a couple, which is the reason here, Scorpio, that there are two cards from two different decks showing two hands together working as one, because that is the reason for meeting twin flame soulmates. It's to heal that part of the inner wounding that hasn't been healed in other connections because perhaps other connections have been superficial. So that being said, here, Seven of Pentacles, they're realizing that more growth was needed, whether it was more time or more growth in regards to, again, gaining a deeper level of trust here, or a deeper level of them focusing on clearing that energy. All right, Scorpio, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.